Hi everyone and welcome back to Veg on Pennies. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Alexia and I like to share easy, cheap, and vegan recipes to help you live healthy while being frugal. That was a mouthful. I forgot to do this intro, like my little catchphrase in the last video, and then this video I remembered I was like, I have to do my little catchphrase. Anyways, today, as you can tell by the title, it's gonna be I'm gonna show you three. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna show you 3 really easy Super Bowl vegan snacks. Do I watch Super Bowl? No, I don't. I have never watched Super Bowl in my actual life. I don't even have a TV right now in my dorm, but even when I was back in my parents' place with a TV, we never watched Super Bowl. It's not a tradition in my family or even by myself. I'm not even merely interested in football, but I'm always here for food. So when there's an occasion for food, like game days or holidays, I'm always here for all the food and the snacks and the potlucks and everything in between. Then if you happen to have friends, can't relate because I only have 1 or 2, or they don't respond to my text messages, but if you do happen to be one of those people who do have friends, you can whip up those recipes pretty easily and serve them, to your guests when you have people over to watch Super Bowl at your house or your condo or your apartment or wherever you may live. These recipes, as always, are really cheap, easy to execute, and really fast. So I do live in a dorm and I have limited access to amenities, so I still have access to an oven downstairs in my communal kitchen, but needless to say, these are really easy to do. Like, I can do them in my dorm, then you can do them in your kitchen very easily. So hopefully you guys enjoy those recipes. If you do, please make sure that you subscribe. Down below you can also thumbs up this video for the algorithm. For some reason everyone says that the algorithm likes it, so I'm just gonna say that as well. So make sure that you like. You can also comment telling me what other videos you want me to film next, and without any further ado, let's just jump in right in this video.
Change my mind, but when I think back to you, I feel the same every time. 'Cause I guess I never loved you.
So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut this into little rings. Of course, I'm doing about 1/2 inch thick, 1/2 inch wide.
Wait a little, and that's okay with me. Okay with me. Okay.
We're gonna end up with lots of rings like this. So now that all the rings are done, we're just going to make the batter. This is such a weird angle. What's up, guys? Yeah, I had to work on my angles because I have, it's hard. For the wet.
Okay with me. Okay. And that's okay with me. I was kissing you with my eyes open, but you said keep them closed.
So I've all separated my rings now. Some are open like this. You're just kind of a fail. Ideally you want to have them all, a nice little ring like this. So I'm going to take one hand and I'm going to take a ring, dip it in here, and then I'm going to toss it in my breadcrumb mixture like so. And then I'm just going to place it on my little tray here. So I'm just going to keep doing that. I'm going to dip and coat every single one of them. So here we go.
Okay. I would tell you everything I believed in, but you said shut it off, you're too old for dreaming. So I did my best to feel what you're feeling. But what about what I want? What about what I want?
For the buffalo tofu wings or cubes, I'm gonna go ahead and start with some firm tofu. So this, I bought it in water. So originally when you buy it, it comes like this, so there's water inside. I just took it out, I pressed it with a few paper towels. I don't have a tofu press, so I just used what I have, as dry as it can be right now. And now I'm just gonna cut it. So now it's up to you. I'm gonna cut it into cubes just because it cooks faster, and I like using cubes. It makes more pieces, and it looks like he made more, but really he didn't. You can go ahead and cut them into sticks if you want more of like chicken fingers or like more of like a wing aspect. Of course, these are not gonna taste. Of course, these are not gonna look like wings. You know, I'm not trying to make them look like wings. I just want to replicate like the buffalo, crispy, you know, those aspects of it. So for the ingredients, it's pretty simple. It's gonna be pretty similar to the onion rings. So the same batter I'm using, and then the same breadcrumbs. You could do the whole like cornstarch route and just fry them in a pan, or cornstarch them and bake them. I'm just gonna go ahead and do the breadcrumbs because I want more of that crispy, you know, texture. Yeah, so I'm just gonna cut these, batter them, put them in the breadcrumbs, and then I'm gonna put them in the same sheet pan as my onion rings, so they can cook at the same time, hopefully. Okay with me. Okay. And then I have my wet, my dry, so I'm gonna dip one in, and then toss it in here. With me, okay, and that's okay with me, okay, okay with me, okay. All right, guys. So for the nachos, you're gonna need, of course, chips like nachos or Tostitos. I'm using the round ones just because they're a little bit, you know, prettier. Then I'm just gonna use some cherry tomatoes. These were on sale, so that's good. I'm gonna use some corn because you can use fresh, but the fresh one was really expensive, and this one was only $1. So I thought I would just use that one. It's gonna get baked anyway, so I think it doesn't really matter. I'm gonna add in some olives. Of course, this is optional. Some people like olives. Some people don't. I happen to do like them, and these are already sliced, so I'm just gonna use those. I'm just gonna do a mix of a couple different things. I do like different textures in my nachos, so I'm just gonna go ahead and use lentils, black beans, and some Mexican ground round. Now this part, if you want to go really cheap, you can just do black beans and lentils because beans are always really inexpensive. These were only $1 each. But I wanted to have a little bit more texture, a little bit, you know, a little bit of something, so I decided I would add some veggie ground round. This was not really expensive, it was on sale, and it's really nice because it's already seasoned. I got the Mexican kind, so it already has all those delicious, amazing spices in it, and it's pre-cooked, so I can just toss this in right before I put the mixture in the oven. I'm just gonna add it to the cheddar. I've never tried this brand before. Hopefully it's good. It was vegan and it was the cheapest one there, so hopefully it's good still. It's pickled jalapeno. So again, this is optional. If you don't like spicy, skip this step. You can also put on fresh, but I feel like fresh are really too strong, so pickled one are really nice. They're a little bit more subtle. Now I'm ready to go downstairs in the kitchen. This is what my platter looks like. So I did end up putting the tofu in the same pan as the onion rings because I only have one pan, so yeah. But I don't know if they're gonna cook at the same time, but I might have to take out the onion rings a little bit earlier just because I think they're gonna cook faster. But yeah, you can definitely just put everything on the same pan, and everything is breaded up, battered up, and ready to go. So I'm gonna go downstairs and cook this at 450 for about 15 minutes. So this is what it looks like. I was in the oven for like about 10-15 minutes at 450. So I just came back upstairs from the kitchen. I know you guys so many angles. Yeah, so it was really quick. It was kind of like annoying because I only had one pan, so I had to like split up my cooking stuff. But here's what the nachos look like. Then you have the onion rings and the tofu, crispy tofu. Like I said, it's gonna be very simple. I'm just gonna mix up some vegan mayo and some sriracha sauce, and then I'm just gonna add like a couple dots of sriracha. What I wanted was to crash with my dumb. So for the wings, I'm just gonna do a really quick dipping sauce. I'm just gonna do a quick ranch. So I'm taking some mayo. Just gonna add in some onion powder. I'm just gonna take my freshly baked tofu cubes. So I'm just using this wing sauce. This is cayenne and scotch bonnet, so pretty spicy, but I don't really mind it. So I'm just gonna put some at the bottom of my bowl. Alright guys, so welcome back. So before I end this video, I thought I would do some taste testing because I love when other people taste their food, you know? So I thought I would go ahead and do that before I end this part. So I'm first going to start with the tofu pieces. So actually, to be honest, this is the only thing I haven't actually tasted. I've had a taste of every other thing. But yeah, let's start with these buffalo pieces, these buffalo wings. It's kind of annoying because as soon as you put the buffalo sauce, they go soggy. So you kind of have to be like quick with them. Like you have to like toss them in the sauce right before you serve them. Otherwise they kind of, they're not as crispy anymore, but that's okay. These are tasty. I don't like when tofu gets really hard when you bake it, so these are still really soft, like they're still squishy, which I like. And they're not super spicy because I didn't drench them in sauce. So these are good. I like those. Next I want to try these onion rings. I've tried these like before. So these are good. And they're really crispy, you know? You crisp up really well in the oven. And I feel like these are a little bit healthier than like regular onion rings because they're not deep fried. Like yes, we use some oil on the outside to like brush them with, but they're not deep fried, so it's way less fat. But they're still really indulgent. Can't forget about the nachos. I'm just gonna take a little dip here. Yeah, the nachos are really good. Like those are express nachos, you know? Under like 20 minutes, you just throw everything on the pan and they're ready. That's all I had for you guys today. If you like this video, make sure that you like. You can also subscribe to this channel, and I'll see you next time. Bye.